Is it a money making thing, mushrooms? How much money can you actually make? Let's get straight to the point. Well, good everybody. Sam Marwood here from Cultivate Farms, where we're trying to make it possible for you to own a farm. And we're looking at all the different ways you can do that. There's some creative farm ideas out there. And one of them is to be a mushroom farmer. We know you're out there, people who love mushrooms, and you want to be a farmer, or you want to diversify your operations, or you want this as a good way to get in, or this could be your absolute goal for farming. Either way, we have the people that you need to be chatting to, and one of the co-founders of an awesome mushroom company called Life Cykel is here with me right now, Ryan Creed. Ryan, thank you for your time.
Hey, Sam. Thanks for having me, mate. It's great to be here.
Pleasure. Now, we've been speaking for a couple of months now since I found out about you, and apologies I didn't watch that original landline video until like a couple of weeks ago. I feel really bad. I'm slow getting onto this mushroom craze.
I'll forgive you.
We love it here at Cultivate Farms, mate, and this is, I guess, the point of our conversation is we want to show everyone that we think what you're doing is awesome. We think it's a great business model, and we want to encourage anyone out there who wants to be a farmer to seriously consider jumping on board with Life Cykel, and we're going to unpack the benefits of it all, and you're going to explain everything, Ryan. We've got a list of questions to get through, mate, but thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Is it a money-making thing, mushrooms? How much money can you actually make it? Let's get straight to the point.
Well, we've been touted as mushroom moguls from back in the day. It is possible to grow mushrooms and make money. I think particularly in Australia where there's a lack of mushrooms, there's a lack of knowledge over the culture, over the history. But now we're seeing this trend in veganism and vegetarianism, plant-based diets, gourmet meals out on restaurants, transparency in what we're eating, what are our growing techniques, are they organic, etc., etc. And the consumer really wants to know about the life story of their food. And with that brings a great potential for mushrooms, and you can make some money. You can start a small business or a large business, and find empowerment by providing local food to your community, which is what we started doing 3 years ago in Fremantle. 3 years down the track, we've been able to bring on 19 more growers across Australia who are doing that. So the future with mushrooms is exciting, Sam.
I love it, and it hasn't been something that's crossed my mind at all, and that's why I'm really fascinated by it, and that's, again, why I wanted this video, to normalise this discussion with all of our followers. So I haven't actually bought mushrooms for a little while, I've got to confess. That's because my wife doesn't like them, but I love them. Why do you love them? What have you always thought, I want to do something to do with mushrooms, or you've fallen into it? What's the backstory?
It's interesting. I haven't loved mushrooms my whole life on a love sense, but it wasn't until I realised that the nutritional value of them, and that they could be grown off waste products, supporting human health and planetary health at the same time, was something that took my notice and made me fall in love with studying them and learning how to grow them and different ways of eating them, and what that does for our health, what that can do for our community and our planet, essentially. So I do love them for their nutritional value, most of all, and there's some beautiful benefits that come socially and environmentally with growing mushrooms in urban spaces.
And they look cool as well. I think we're going to have a little tour in a minute, aren't we?
I can show you some mushrooms. It's a good point, because people come down to the farmers market where we're selling them and go, are they real? Like, they look that incredible. The way their gills are formed, they're very photogenic, and oyster mushrooms are unique in the way they look. So yeah, they're quite beautiful.
And do I need to have special skills to be a mushroom farmer? Is there some sort of boot camp you'd put me through, Ryan, to do this? How hard is it?
Well, you wouldn't believe it, Sam. It's for anyone. It's for people who come to us and say, I can't grow a herb, or I always kill my apple tree or something. And I'm like, well, this is for you, because it takes no skills or experience to become a mushroom farmer. We started off with the mushroom grow boxes where you just spray water and put it on your kitchen bench. It's not too many places you can go wrong with that. But the shroom rooms are all packed up with all the technology, so it's automated. We've got growers from retired couples to young guys and girls out of university that are starting their first job, to ambitious entrepreneurs, couples with families, single couples. It's for everybody, and that's why it's a community of people from all walks of lives that come together and share their passion for growing food, creating food security and decentralising our food systems, which is really a big passion and driver behind the National Mushroom Network and Life Cykel's agenda.
Love it. So, okay, I'm going through my checklist. I don't necessarily have to love mushrooms to start with. I don't need to be an expert. How much space? So if I'm an aspiring farmer, I'm probably thinking I need a 10,000 acre farm. How many of those thousands of acres do I need to be growing these mushrooms?
That's another great question, because people always say, well, Ryan, I've got all this acreage, so I think I'd be a perfect candidate for mushroom farming.
Yeah.
Like, all you need is a 3 by 3 metre space in your backyard in your suburban lot.
Awesome.
So, you can grow up to 40 kilos a week in a 3 by 3 metre space and don't need a building permit. You can install a shroom room in a weekend and bring agriculture to the city without that need for acreage. So it's urban farming, low water use, very different to the traditional broadacre farming methods that we've seen.
I love it. It's so cool. All right, so how many people have you convinced to be mushroom farmers so far, Ryan?
Some haven't even taken convincing, Sam. They came to us and said, how do I do it? Because like you mentioned, we were on landline, turning mushrooms from coffee waste, and we were inundated with emails, and that's actually why we started, because we didn't even know that people wanted to start their own mushroom business, but we had these emails like, how do I start mushrooms growing in my area to supply my restaurants and my farmers market? And for a good 2 years, we were working through how do we solve the solutions to enable others to do it. So then in May this year, we started the National Mushroom Network, and the shroom room was released. Since that time, we've been able to bring on 19 growers across Australia, from Tasmania to Bundaberg to Western Australia, Northern Kalgoorlie. We've got a handful in Melbourne and Northern New South Wales. So 19 so far, and with over 500 major towns in Australia, we're really committed to seeing by 2020 these major towns all represented by a member of the National Mushroom Network and providing local fresh mushrooms grown off coffee waste to the community.
It sounds good to us. I think that's why we love what you're doing. We want to hit that 500 mark with you and get these. I want people to be smiling watching this, thinking, "Yes, I'm gonna do this." So we're gonna keep unpacking these questions. I've got some more. So I know I want to do it. I can grow. I've got 3 by 3 meters in my backyard. Now I'm thinking about, I've grown them. Now who do I sell them to? How does that all work, Ryan? Do I need to just be eating a lot myself, or I've got to have my own customers? What's the process?
Well, we always recommend, and we've found that the growers have most success through selling at farmers markets. So the sale price there is $50 a kilo, direct to consumers. We sell them for $10 a bag, 200-gram bags, and we sell out every week. It's a beautiful thing because you're not waiting on invoices to be paid. You're getting a great return on your grow price. So that's $50 a kilo at farmers markets. Some growers also have set up a distribution network in their community where they actually have their neighbours as their customers. So growing for the street, and in some cases people swap food, eggs for mushrooms, etc. But mostly they'll have a weekly delivery to the people on the street and get cash in hand. And then there's also the really solid model of selling to restaurants. And the average grow price there is around sale price there is $35 a kilo. I really recommend that growers would target their restaurants and cafes that have a really popular breakfast menu. And we find that those cafes and restaurants tend to have, orders of 10 kilos and above. So it's a simple one soft drop, and really minimum strain on your time.
Love it. So you just do some homework, go around to all the cafes and restaurants that and you have your coffees at anyway, and ask them if they'd buy mushrooms. You could probably get 5 clients in a day.
It's surprising the way you see the chef's eyes light up when you show them the oyster mushrooms you've grown, because they're actually used to importing them from Taiwan. And seeing them come on a boat for 2 weeks, wrapped in plastic, dehydrated, and who knows what else to keep their shelf life. But when you show them a mushroom you've just harvested that morning, their eyes light up, and the $35 kilo price mark is a great appeal to them, for them to put that mushroom on their dish as the hero of their dish, and brand it as a coffee mushroom as well, because it has a really lovely story. We're seeing good returns from the restaurants as well.
That's brilliant. I love it. So again, this comes down to having the hustle, and also there's probably aspiring farmers out there who already have a lease or some sort of arrangement and selling products at the farmers market already, and this could just be a nice little add-on. Is one of the things I'm thinking about. But so I've decided to do this, Ryan, and you've convinced me, and now I've got my shroom room set up. How do I start growing them? What are they grown in? What does it look like? Do I have to get all the spores myself and place them? I don't even know the right word around this, but what happens? Explain how that all happens.
It's called inoculation, where
there it is.
We're actually taking that hardship away from the growers. So we have big commercial mushroom production units that process coffee waste, mix them with mushroom spores in a very strict hygienic environment, and prepare grow bags for our growers, which we then distribute across the country. So our growers are spending half an hour to 45 minutes a day harvesting and moving their bags around, and the rest of the time is connecting to the community and delivering their produce and selling their produce. So, so Sam, if you were to go ahead, we would enable you to receive your shroom room within 4 weeks. We'd get all the infrastructure and technology sent to you within 4 weeks, so you could then receive our grow bags that we've prepared. You simply put them into the shroom room, the humidifier and the air temperature control, extraction fans and everything do their thing. You slice them open, which gives them oxygen, light and water, and this is signalling a message to the mycelium in the grow bags inoculated with the coffee waste that it's time to grow, and the oyster mushrooms will start growing, and you'll have your harvest in 2 weeks after that process. That's why it's taken us 3 years to come up with the perfect model to enable others, that we make it simple for anybody to participate in, with no background in growing mushrooms or knowledge. We step you through, you become part of the family. We're always available on the phone for any inquiries, and we have all the support videos and technology that will make the mushroom growing experience a success.
Brilliant. And so once I've cut open one of the bags, how do I know what mushroom's going to be growing? I'm pre-ordering the types of mushrooms?
Yeah, so we work with the growers to enable the right choice in their climate. So pink oyster mushrooms grow really well in summer and the warmer climates, like in Queensland. So we'll be working with the farmers to say, which strains would you like to grow? We recommend these for the climate, but we have a variety of pearl oyster, king oyster, pink, elm oyster. We'll be working on the most exciting mushroom, which is gaining a lot of popularity in the media and the public at the moment, which is called lion's mane mushroom. And this looks like a pom-pom or a lion's mane. And it's really medicinal. So it regenerates nerve cells in the brain. It delays the onset of Alzheimer's, and it also tastes like lobster. And chefs are paying $70 a kilo for this. There's a popular restaurant in Melbourne called Vue de Monde who have got us on the pre-order list for the lion's mane, and it's really exciting when we release it to all National Mushroom Network growers within the next 6 months. It's biohacking combined with gourmet fresh goodness, lion's mane.
Great. All right, so now you've convinced me. I'm going to get more of those lion ones. This is awesome. So, from a cost point of view, so there's obviously capital costs up front that I need to pay for, but you guys can help out with the financing. There's all these different arrangements that are possible. Is that the case?
Yeah, we've got a no deposit finance option for those who don't want to pay any cash up front. They can start earning profits from their mushroom growing and pay off their shroom room as they go. So you can get the shroom room that can grow up to 40 kilos a week for $69.95 a week over 2.5 years. And then you've got all additional packs to add onto your finance if you want, like the grow bags. So then you're not out of pocket for buying the grow bags either. That can be reduced as well. People do want to, pay some deposit, but we like to see that as an easy access point for those who are coming out of university or don't quite have the cash in the bank to make that investment straight up.
Oh, it's definitely easier than trying to convince a bank to give you $2 million loan to buy a farm. This makes money straight away. That's again why we think this is a really awesome idea, and we encourage people to be thinking about this. All right, so now it's all set up, and I'm wanting some support from others. Have you got some sort of support mechanism? I think you talked about it before. This is the National Mushroom Network.
Yeah, the National Mushroom Network has full-time mycologists that are available on the phone and email, text. We're setting up group Facebook accounts, automated texting with support videos. But yeah, as we all know, we love to speak to humans, and we are a family of mushroom growers that are supporting each other, and we're always accessible because we're not just selling a package and leaving it up to the grower. It's an ongoing support and an ongoing access to the Life Cykel and the National Mushroom Network intellectual property as we develop more and more different strains of mushrooms and techniques that the broader network gets access to. It's exciting to think where we'll be in 10 years, and where the strains and things that will be growing and the innovations will be amazing.
I'm excited. Now, I think we should go see some mushrooms, Ryan, if you're able to take us on a bit of a journey.
Yeah.
But before we go do that, ways to get in contact. You can either contact through us at Cultivate Farms, and we can connect you up, or otherwise you jump on the Life Cykel website, Ryan, which is...
Yeah, it's we spell it weird, Sam, just to make it hard.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
LifeCykel. It's the way the Swedes spell it. .com.
Just .com.
So it's the lifecykel.com, or easier to remember as well is it is nationalmushroomnetwork.com.
Okay, easy.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go and
go check out some mushies. Yeah. Cool.
So this is just in your backyard, is this the...
Yeah, this is I'm just at our Byron Bay office, and we've got some mushies. We've got a few shroom rooms here. So this is what we call the Street Defender. Can you hear me all right, Sam?
Yeah, you're coming through fine.
Yeah. So this is the I'll give a bit of vision here. That's the the Street Defender.
That's good. So it's almost like a bike shed or someone's little backyard shed.
Yeah, it's designed to defend the street, Sam, so no one can intrude on your food security. Okay, so you can see some nice pearl oysters growing here.
Yep. So you've just cut a hole in those bags and they're just grown out of that.
Yeah. So there's a humidifier. You can hear that noise just come on. So there's all the mist there.
Oh, yeah.
So that's keeping this shroom room like a forest. It's keeping it really moist. There's an air extraction fan there. So you need to keep the carbon dioxide levels right. But 2 weeks after those bags are cut open, they'll be starting to grow and producing these beautiful oyster mushrooms.
It's just simply getting some scissors, cutting them off, and off you go.
Yeah, well, we twist them out at the roots, so then they will regenerate really well in their second harvest. Yeah. But that's the community model, and I'll show you down to the solar shroom room now.
So the solar, this is a bit bigger, is it?
Do you see the solar panels on the roof there?
Oh, yes.
So this is the solar shroom room that I'm walking down to now. You can see the solar panels on the roof there.
Uh-huh.
And this is our largest capacity, so you can grow up to 40 kilos a week, and that's sitting on some pavers just in a 3 by 3 metre space.
Easy. And just in the, you know, yeah, it's just in the open.
Yeah.
Pretty straightforward. Same thing, some shelves. It's great. So it's just the main difference, just bigger, and it's got the solar panels.
Yeah, just got a larger capacity, and it's just got the solar capacity as well. Yeah.
I'm thinking about maybe I should sign up.
Yeah, well, it only takes about half an hour a day of harvesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we just come down here in the afternoon, pick these mushrooms, and then after we pick them, we take these other bags out and put them in the garden for compost.
Beautiful.
Sometimes we sell the compost as well. So we put ads up on Gumtree, and we have local gardeners that come and buy them, like $2.50 a bag. So you're getting really good money back on the third cycle of the system. The people have found it really good, like to add it with mulch and things like that. Very nice soil. Conditioner.
Ryan, this is really exciting, mate. I'm glad we have connected. I'm going to make a call out again to aspiring farmers or anyone, even retiring farmers, whoever wants to find a new income stream, or this to be their whole kit and caboodle for farming. I really encourage you to reach out to Ryan and the Life Cykel team. It looks awesome to me. This seems just super straightforward. You just need to have some hustling skills, some entrepreneurial skills. But looks like Life Cykel have wrapped up all the other things to make it as easy as possible. So Ryan, thank you very much for your time, mate. Well done. Keep up the energy. And we'll be in touch regularly. We'll be promoting this as much as we can.
Thanks, Sam. I really appreciate your time and the opportunity to speak to all the farmers. We're really passionate about enabling jobs and enabling meaningful, food growing systems. So have a great Friday afternoon, Sam, and we'll speak soon.
Cheers, mate. Thanks, Ryan. Speak soon.
See ya. Bye.